Right, we're out and about. We're looking for the Devil's Humps. I am not far away apparently, but my beeline navigation system isn't working, so I'm having to stop occasionally and check the phone. This looks like a rather nice place here, but it's not the place we need to be. And it says private, private and private. So I'm not going up there. Where am I going though? Down there, I think. If this is right, it's down here and a very sharp right, and we should be there in about 15 minutes, but I don't know where the right is. So that's not a sharp right, so it's not that one. As you can see, the weather has turned out greyer than grey. You gotta love Britain. Between sort of October and April, it's 50 shades of grey, and unfortunately I don't mean that in the great way. For those of you who know the books and the movies. Right, I don't think it's this one either. But it'll probably be the next one. Lovely countryside anyway. Cold and windy, but I've got my heated jacket on. I'm okay. If it's not down here in a moment, I'll stop at somewhere and check the map again. I'm trying to do this all from sort of memory as I stop. To stop somewhere about here. That's what this says. Oh, this is right, so it's a little bit further on and then a sharp right and sort of follow this wriggly road and we should be there. It says 25 minutes. Wow, really? And the rain's coming down, so anyway, we're in the right way, that's the main thing. I don't know how many people who subscribe have got this little 350. It'd be really good to hear if you have. If you've got the classic 350, maybe stick it down in the comments sometime. But I'm sure you would agree, on these sorts of roads, it is such good fun. It really is. Well, that looks like a really sharp right-hand turn, doesn't it? I'm guessing that must be it then. These country lanes, this is just what you want. Buzz around on a little 350c single. wonderful. I must come back on a really nice day. This will be fantastic, glorious in spring, glorious in summer, and also of course in autumn with the colours. Bit grey and bleak. It's almost at the end of March here, getting into April on Saturday, 1st of April on Saturday. So hopefully get rid of some of this grey weather. It's been the longest time, and we'll see some blue skies and sunshine, hopefully. Can't complain, last year was amazing. It's just the long winters that are tough on everybody, I think. And of course, for my colleagues in some of the northern parts of the States, you might be sitting there in snow and snow drifts, and Canada and places like that with all the 10-foot of snow, thinking, what's he moaning about? I think it's the grey, honestly. It's just the grey that gets you down sometimes. I don't mind rain. Obviously, the wind's a pain, especially on a small bike. But what I'd like to see is a bit of sun, just blue skies. Even if it's cold, you just feel better when you see the blue skies. Anyway, we are on our way, on the right way. I might have to check the map again later. Yeah, I've got this beeline, and I don't know if you've tried it. I'll do a report on it soon. I've had it now nearly a year, and I just can't get on with it. I think it's me, because everyone else says it's fantastic. It must be me. I just struggle with it, and because I don't use it a lot, of course, I put it on today and the battery's completely out, so didn't have time to charge it. But I just find it awkward for me. I think it's just the way my mind works or doesn't work. I just like to perhaps hear instructions as opposed to an arrow. I'm good at map reading, but just an arrow that sort of has a white dot. I'm in a love-hate relationship. When I'm on it, and maybe I'm more focused, it seems to be working and great. But most of the time I think I just can't work out, is it left here or left there? So I haven't used it for a while, since probably last summer. Put it in a drawer, forgot about it until today. I thought, well, why don't I give it a go again? And of course the battery was dead, so there we go. So I'm having to rely on stopping and Google Maps. I'm going back to, as much as I can, the old days with my riding gear, if I can, the Bellstaff jacket, pair of jeans, although they are armoured of course these days, and less technology if I can get away with it. So I like the uncluttered view in the Royal Enfield. I just think it just keeps everything simple as it used to be, and that also means I'm trying to do away with phone mounts, putting my smartphone on there and living on my phone again. I'm just trying not to do that. The problem is that it's hard to go back to the old way of not knowing wherever where you are half the time. Never seemed to worry about it when I was 18, but as I'm getting older I think, I don't know the way. So I'm going to experiment. I'm going to get my tank bag back out and get old-fashioned maps, which I've always loved maps, always. So I'm going to go back to map reading. I wonder if it's down that way. East, maybe. I'll just stop in a minute and recheck. I'm going to get a map out and put it on the tank bag and just stop and look at the map as opposed to stop and look at the phone. And of course, if we were in a built-up area, I would ask people for directions, but I haven't seen anyone at all today. One guy putting a letter in a post box, that's about it. There's just been no one around, which is great, isn't it, really? But it means that you really struggle sometimes to find your way. So let me just pull over here. Bit of off-roading. No parking, blimey. Would it really upset people if you parked here? Probably, if you parked all day. Right, okay. Where are we now? Oh, this is perfect. So we've got a left-hand, sharp left-hand turn going, and then basically just follow the road, it looks like. So let's give that a go. I'm going to turn the camera off for a moment and save the battery, and then I'll put it back on when we're a bit nearer, so that you can see the last bit as you pull up, and of course then we'll go and have a look at these devil's humps. Okay, see you in a minute.